Okay. What a great start for Armin to bring Armin up as we're complaining about our age.
It is. We are so excited for our next presenter. We have two more presenters. Hello. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Please take us off the screen so we can stop complaining about our age.
Put your presentation up if you like.
I tell you everything in my presentation.
Okay.
Our favorite kind of presentation.
Yeah. Can you see that?
We can.
Great.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hello, friends. Thank you for your invitation. Very appreciated. I'm Armin Arustamov. I'm a CEO and founder of Got It. Got It is an internal dialogue mental app for athletes. So I'm a former professional tennis player, psychologist, and co-founder of Tennis Academy in Florida, in Orlando. And for the 6 years, we noticed one simple problem, that life of student athletes is pretty busy and stressful. So, and according last NCAA research, due to a social isolation in COVID time, rates of student athletes' mental problems increased by 250%. So loneliness, uncertainty and anxiety, fear of losing athletic conditions, and consequently sports scholarship, all these things make a huge pressure on the student athletes. And we decided to solve this problem and help college and high school athletes develop their mental toughness, not struggling, but using social isolation to act as their own mental coach through the app, anytime, anywhere, and with complete privacy. And we developed the internal dialogue mental app with two secret sauces. With the Q&A algorithm, allows user talk with oneself like with another person, and pop-up hints guiding user ask and answer effectively. So it works like a role-changing game where user communicate from mentee role, communicate with oneself from mentee role, and then from mentor role. And all this being recording. And in the end of this internal dialogue, they have a chance to listen to this internal dialogue from third observer role. I can show you how it works in our prototype. Can you see this? So the user got the short instructions before using the app. And start new dialogue from the mentee role. Mentee tell about their most exciting problem.
I feel lonely and anxious because of this terrible social isolation. Nothing makes sense. I don't want nothing.
And then user listening to this girl, this by herself, with changed voice to distance from oneself.
I feel lonely and anxious because of this terrible social isolation. Nothing makes sense. I don't want nothing.
Then user change the role and play like a mentor.
Could you tell me more about your situation and your feelings?
Could you tell me more about your situation and your feelings?
I am at home almost all the time. Every day is like the previous one. Monotony and uncertainty with COVID-19 situation depressed me so much I am afraid that this will never end. I am at home almost all the time.
Etc. This simple mental technique allows users distance from their destructive emotions and thoughts and achieve mindfulness and mental toughness. So we tested 80 mental techniques with more 1,000 athletes in PDF version. And for 6 months, we sold them online for $100,000. And internal dialogue mental technique was one of the most demanded mental technique from 80 tested. In the beginning of 2020, we got in the Silicon Valley acceleration program. It calls Founder Institute, and got their networking and advisors, great networking advisors. So in the May and July, we got preliminary lead price in Facebook and Instagram, $4.5. It's great for us, and decide to focusing on tennis, basketball, and esports first. In November, we launched our prototype, and we launched our MVP in the middle of February, and going to raise money. So our business model is subscription through 3-week trial period, and then user can buy subscription for $69.99 per year. And also we have a great B2B offer for colleges, sports league, associations, and federations. So we take the 70% of mobile health app market. Our market calls lifestyle and stress management market. 7 billion in 2020 and is growing so fast. This market will reach 52.5 billion in the 2027. There is a huge potential here. All our competitors, I'm sure you know the Calm or Headspace mobile app, all these guys are working like a YouTube channel, unfortunately, with the static pre-recorded video or audio lessons without any interaction with athletes, with the users. And nobody do internal dialogue with interactive dynamic content with Koine algorithm and pop-up hints. Actually, our user is creating the content of the app during the using the app. So we're going to launch our go-to-market strategy. We're going to go to 100 per launch applications from our website. Also, we have a great database of our tennis academy, 10,000 parents. And we're going to go to the Facebook and Instagram advertisement. That's we start. Then we go to the coaches and sports administrations of our athletes. And also already now we start negotiating with these organizations like a DOD and Department of Health. All these guys, military guys, esports athletes and others have the same problems like regular athletes. We noticed that. I told about myself already. Also, we have our CTO is a great guy from Samsung in Silicon Valley office in San Jose, from the app development department. And our CMO is a former of Leaf mental app and just pretty experienced guy. We are raising now 500K for marketing product and team to reach 21,500 paying users to the end of 2022. For example, 21,500, it's, for example, 2 colleges only, or it's only one United States Tennis Associations, which consists from 100,000 participants. So this is now, these numbers are pretty real for us, I think. Thank you for your attention.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great. I always like to see a good demo, so thank you for sharing that with us. A couple of questions, and of course, as always, if you're watching live and you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we will read them off. But I think one of my first questions whenever I see a company like this is in what way, if any, are you using all of that data that you're collecting? Are you selling that? Or are you running analytics on it? Or are you just kind of getting rid of it?
Your question about the data of our users.
Yeah. So we have all of this like voice recording and stuff. What's happening to that?
Voice record. Yeah, we thinking about it all the time. You know, just it's a pretty like a privacy question, right? Mm-hmm. The privacy. It's a very personal information, and I don't have the straight answer on this question right now, but you know, we will do everything that all the data will be safe. You know.
Awesome, thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah, I was. Thanks so much for your presentation, Armin. It sounds very cool, and I think this space is a hot space. I mean, before pandemic, it was already trending upwards, but I think the pandemic and what's happened to everyone, not just athletes, has created some buzz in this space. What about marketing? I saw your CMO listed on your deck. You're not currently on social media. Some of the competitors you mentioned, they spend quite a bit on marketing. I think anything in this space, there's got to have to be a concerted brand strategy. And even during your presentation, you didn't really talk about your company name till further in there. So like, what's your thoughts 6 months in for brand awareness? And I'm only saying this because this is what I do for a living, so my brain goes straight to it.
Yeah, it's a great question. Yeah. First, athletes are our early adapters. That's it. And our first step, just test with them our app. The second step, I think, will be women from around 35 to 45, but we needed to test it. And we're going to test different audience. Women, I think it will be military guys, and it will be entrepreneurs. And let's see where we got the great feedback. For example, you know the Calm mobile app for sure. 75% of all audience of Calm is women. Yeah, and that's great. They need it, especially in this.
We needed it. Yeah, we needed it before.
Yeah, I need it. I need it right now.
Yeah,
I have it on my phone.
And answering on your last question, what can you help us?
Yes.
Would you use it, and how often do you experience the internal dialogue? Very interesting.
Yeah,
I would definitely use it, but just and as someone who works with a ton of women and markets towards women, I look to see cosigns and see other people using it or talking about it. So I think that is really important to start to build those conversations, but publicly, because you're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Start bringing it outward so that we can kind of be part of that dialogue with you. So even just getting your social channel started, I think was a good start. And from the beginning, putting your logo like first thing up, first slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks.
I love it. I'm always looking for ways to, mentally center and just prepare myself. So excited to see where it goes. And you took the last question out of my mouth. So normally I would say, what can we as a community do for you? But the answer is feedback on the app. Apparently, are you running a beta or it's available now?
Yeah, it will be available in February, at the beginning of February, and and we are looking for the investments too.
What's the website, Armin? We'll put in the comments. Your website?
Gotit.live.
Got it.
Got it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, and we will keep track of you and update us once you've launched and achieved all of your success that you're going to get.
Don't forget the little people, Armin.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
We'll talk to you later. Okay, that was great. 2 wonderful apps. I'm telling you, I could use some work on my inner dialogue. So
I'm just going to be having conversations with myself on Armin's app all the time.